minutes to get set up. And if you're here, leave a message in the chat so I know that you're here and everything's working properly. All right. Hi, Lady Rivers. Hi, Donna and Kelly. Renee. Hello, ladies. Joyce. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hello. I have my coffee. Turbo had a walk, so he's nice and tired. So hopefully I'll be able to get through this live without him wanting my attention. Hi, Paula and Georgia and Tina. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So I think this should be a quicker live tonight than some of the lives. And I think I'm going to get hot with these sleeves. Let me just roll these up. Some of those lives have gone on for a few hours, and the last live was about 3 hours. So this one should be a pretty quick one. I know I kind of say that all the time, but then we end up talking and the live. Sometimes I just take on these wreaths that I forget how long and time consuming they are, but I just get excited to share them with you. So, all right, that's much better. I get really hot very quick. Hello, Jan Cantu. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. And if everybody could give this live a thumbs up, it'll help me and the YouTube algorithm push my content out to more people, which is what we all love in all the algorithms of all the social media. Hello, Martha. Welcome. Welcome. Mr. Troyal, welcome. Hello. Diane, okay. And feel free to chat between yourselves in the chat. I know a lot of my followers do that, and I think that's really special, and it's a great way to build community. And I do have the community tab open on my YouTube channel. So if you ever want to share any pictures, any of your wreaths or anything, you can now share pictures with me on my YouTube channel under the community tab. Hey, Lori, welcome. Welcome. All right, we're going to get started. Oh, thank you, Donna. You're so sweet. All right, so we're going to get started. And if you've never seen one of these wreaths done before, they're really easy and they're a lot of fun. I have one on my YouTube channel that I've done. I think it was a couple seasons ago. It was an Easter one, and it was done on an oval wreath frame. I've never done one on the round wreath frame, so I thought we would revisit this and see what it looks like on the round. And they're just a lot of fun to make. I really enjoy making this particular wreath, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you might have seen them on Pinterest or at different places, and they're a lot easier than they look. So hey, Marianne, welcome. So glad you found me and caught me live. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, just hit that subscribe button right down below. And I do go live every Thursday, and I release a new tutorial on my YouTube channel every Sunday. So we like to have a lot of fun here on the lives, and so I'll try not to chit chat as much today, and we'll get through this in a reasonable amount of time here. So I've got Turbo. If you don't know me, if you hear me talk about Turbo, that is my pug, and he is my partner in crime, my BFF, my crafting buddy, and he's attached at my hip, so he's always next to me You might hear the snores and snorts in the background on my tutorials, and that's Turbo. So I will, Lady Rivers. I'll give him a big old hug. He's tired. He went on a big walk today, and I took him. Well, let me just tell you something cute. I just thought it was so cute. I was heading to Hobby Lobby to get, I should have got him yesterday. You know, when you see something and you don't get it and you're like, I should have got him. I thought these are going to be really cute with what we're doing today. So I was telling my husband goodbye. I was leaving out the door, and the little stinker snuck out the door and ran straight over my truck. And so how could I not take him? So I took him. We went on a walk, went through Hobby Lobby, and he just loves the attention, all the kids and everything. So he's tired. He had a big outing today. So I'll give him kisses. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lady Rivers. All right, Joanne, welcome. So glad to have you. So we're going to get started. Let me just, I got my couple of my glue guns over here. I've got the battery charged. We won't need them right away, but when we get to the ribbon part, we are going to need those. And we're going to get started. So what we're doing is we're using a 14-inch wreath frame from the Dollar Tree. Very basic. You can find those anywhere, or at least it's the one frame that we can find still at the Dollar Tree, as long as they don't take that away from us. Oh, thank you, Donna. All right. Because you know me, I like to chit chat sometimes and get a little carried away with my stories. So if you've heard the story before, just be like, okay, Holly, we've already heard that. And if you're new to my channel, I love my coffee, and I'm trying to get a couple sips in before I start, because this is going to get cold really fast here. You're having ginger ale tonight. All right, Lady Rivers, that sounds good. I love ginger ale. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on this, and maybe I should have, let me get this heated up real quick just to get it started. And while that's heating up, let me get out my silicone mat so I don't drop glue anywhere. While that's heating up, let's just go ahead. This is the big chunky yarn you'll find at Hobby Lobby or any crafting stores. I almost said Joann's, but we don't have poor Joann's anymore. So what I like to do is just, since it's going to be too hard to work with this whole bundle, I like to take about half of it off. And, oh, thank you, Lori. I had, oh my gosh, I don't know if you've ever heard of this. I've used it for the first time. I got it for a Christmas present. I really wanted it. And it's called a, I don't know if you, let me know if you've heard of it. It's called a Bondi Boost. And I follow this lady on Instagram, and I love her so much. And she does all kinds of like fashion stuff and outfits and cute things for like different body types. And she was using this, and I'd never seen it. And she like rates all kinds of stuff, and she said it rated right up there with her like $600 Dyson one, but it's called the Bondi Boost. It's the first time I used it, and I was so happy with it. And what it is, it's an air dryer, and it has all these attachments. So you just, and the two attachments that are just like, look like a curling iron, you just go like this, and it grabs your hair and starts, so it dries it and curls it at the same time. And you're just holding it, and it's grabbing your hair. And it's amazing. And I felt like it made my hair like super fluffy and full, and it was like so easy. So I am in love with that. So that was a lot of fun. You'll have to check it out. I was very impressed. Okay, so I just rolled about half, and I'm just getting it into a manageable, that might be too much. I'm not going to do that. It might be too much here, but that's okay. You're going to just watch me go round and around and round and round with this. Let me find the end. But once you get going, it goes pretty fast. Now I lost the end. Hello, where did the end go? There it is. Okay. I probably should have done it a little bit smaller, but that's okay. Let me get this. I'm just getting this heated up. And what we're doing is we're going to be wrapping the number 3 and the number 4 bar. I always name them from the outside going in. And we are just going to wrap these 2 bars. As soon as I get this heated up, we're going to get started. Should have warmed that up before. And we're just going to put a little piece of glue right here to get this started. Yeah, so check it out. It is so cool. I highly recommend it. All right. Okay. So let me know how things are going. How's the weather been? Is it starting to warm up a little bit for you? I know last week people were in the snow and it was freezing cold. We had a few beautiful days here in California. It felt like spring and I got major spring fever. And today the wind's back and it's a little chilly, but boy, it was so nice seeing that sunshine. I almost have to heat up that coffee again. I can never drink it quick enough before it gets cold on me. And I know I'm being impatient. Let me just let this warm up a little bit more. Beautiful in Las Vegas. All right. You get to enjoy this time before that heat starts kicking in over there. Woo! Boy, does it get hot there. That's when I like to go and just float in those beautiful pools over there. Texas, it's hot right now. I've seen a lot of people talk about the weather going from one extreme to the other in Texas. You're cold in Massachusetts. Nice day in Pennsylvania. Vito and Lucy are sad the snow is gone. They love the snow. How is Vito, Lori? Is Vito doing good? Has he had another seizure, or has he still been good since that last one? Do they have little snow, like little shoes that go over their paws, or do they just go for it? 64 degrees. All right, that's a beautiful day, Lady Rivers. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there we go. So we're just tacking it with a little glue to hold it so we can get started. And I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to waste the battery until we need that again. So basically all we're going to be doing is wrapping. Now I know it's going to seem very tedious here. I probably should have done this a little bit shorter. I'll probably end up cutting some of this bulk off. It's nice when you have just like a little piece that you could slip through without having to do it like this. I know it's tedious, but once you get going, it goes really fast. Let me just cut some of this. It's going to be... And that's all we're doing is going to be wrapping these bars. I'm going to cut this in half so I can manage it a little bit better here. I almost did white because I have leftover white yarn, but I thought the red would be really pretty with the Harlequin ribbon that we're going to be using. See, sometimes you could just start shoving a bunch of it through to make it go faster. especially with this wreath frame, the spaces are a lot wider. And then once we get through this part, we're going to add some ribbon. See if I can just shove all this through. So you could just kind of get it all shoved in there like that and save a little bit of time. But I think, I know I keep saying that. Let me cut some of this off. Let me just cut this down so it's a little bit more manageable. Hey, Bonnie, welcome. Hi, Sandy. All right, that should be a little bit easier there to work with. I love chunky yarn. I used to make blankets with them when I knitted. It's really fun to work with. And you want this kind of tight, kind of close together. So, and you're only wrapping those 2 bars. That's it. And I'm trying to use more wreath frames that are easier to get for people, because that's why I did my angel wing wreath on the Hobby Lobby heart frame, because those Dollar Tree frames are just getting harder to find. So I want to be able to create stuff where people can actually find the stuff. And then I was all excited with that because I had the pre-cut squares. I don't know if you all saw my angel wing tutorial that I just did last Sunday. I had the Hobby Lobby pre-cut 10 by 10 squares, and I had bought them like last year. They've been in my stash, and I decided I was going to use them, and I was all excited about them. And they worked great. They were really good quality. Well, I didn't realize that Hobby Lobby discontinued them, or they don't carry them anymore. And so I got everybody pumped up on those squares, and now you can't find those. But there are other places that sell the pre-cut squares. So that's always an option, or you could just cut it yourself. You were able to obtain candy canes. Were those hard to find? See, they had them at my Dollar Tree, but I did have a lot of people saying that they were hard to find as well. So it's just weird how different Dollar Trees have different things. I haven't quite been in the Dollar Trees yet since Valentine came out. I've just kind of given up on look. I have a stash of the heart frames, but I've just kind of given up on finding them having those heart frames anymore. Which is fine, because I actually preferred the angel wings on the Hobby Lobby 12-inch frame instead of the Dollar Tree. I mean, I thought they were both pretty, but I thought they looked a lot fuller on the Hobby Lobby one. And I did find a 17-inch one in the Valentine section yesterday, a heart, that was gorgeous, and I thought we're going to do some stuff with that this season. I was going to make another angel wings because I wanted to compare it and see what the size difference was, but there's also some other things I'd like to do. But once again, I'm getting behind the curve. I should have already had my Valentine's Day stuff going a while ago, and that's my hardest thing with all of this, is staying ahead of the seasons. I get too caught up in the season and I have a hard time moving to the next. But I did get a bunch of Valentine's stuff, and I got my shipment in today from Craft Outlet. I ordered some more ribbon and stuff because once I was going to start my Valentines, I realized I really didn't have that much ribbon that was going to go with the stuff I ordered. So now I'm going to make sure that I get at least 4 of the Valentine Day designs out. I used the candy canes that I used. I don't know what size they were. Oh yeah, hold on. I have one right over here. And these are hard to find too, the ovals. And I love working on those. These were 20. Just a little over 20 inches. And mine had a lot of them this year. They had a lot of those. They had a lot of the snowmans. And make sure that you look for those when Easter comes around for the carrot frames. They're over there too. But there's a lot that you can do on those carrot frames as well. So I would, if your Dollar Tree has those, I would get those. You can make angel wings. You could do the tulip bouquets. You could do the carrot, which is one of my favorite tutorials. I don't know if you've all seen my carrot wreath, but it's on the carrot frame. It's one of my all-time favorites. I used to sell kits one year. Actually, a couple seasons, I think I sold the carrot kits, and they were a lot of fun. So Barbara, you're saying that you can't find the heart frames at Hobby Lobby? Hi Stephanie, welcome. Sorry, I'm missing some of the messages here. And Stephanie is making ribbon roses for a Valentine tree. Oh, those ribbon roses are so pretty. I saw one lady on YouTube that did, she did angel wings with the ribbon. And it reminded me of those little ribbon roses. So fun. See, we're almost done with the section here, so I promise it won't take that long. Watching me go around and around and around. You get all your wreaths from Amazon, Lady Rivers. I try to link a lot in my Amazon store. At least I try to link the ones that I've used in my tutorials. But the 14 inches, I always stock up from the Dollar Tree. Every time I go, I'll grab at least 10 because I would say that I use these the most in my tutorials. They're so fun for just the cruffle wreaths, the pancake wreaths. It's definitely a go-to. And now we're just skipping over that section and going into the next. Just going around and around. But see, it starts filling up pretty fast. You have to ask your sister. She gets the stuff you can't. Yeah, that seems to be what happens, is some states don't carry ones that other states do. And I haven't been in, so I don't know what their Valentine decor looks like this year. But I did spend the last 3 days organizing all of my crafting overflow, which, oh, I was exhausted, but it needed to get done so bad because I can't create and think when I have clutter everywhere. It just messes with my head. And I need to have that. I need to know where everything is and be able to get to it. And at that point, I couldn't get to much. I could get to it, I just didn't know where everything was. So now I got all the Christmas things put away, and I pulled out my Easter tote, and I'm going to have to start thinking about Easter. And I am going to be part of another Wreath Summit in February. And I meant to write the dates down before I went live to let you know. But as soon as I get all that info on it, I will share it with all of you. And I will be going live. The last one I did was the Winter Holiday Summit. And there was a total of 19 designers. And she went live. It was Ashley with Three Little Greenwoods Creations. She's the one that put it on, and she just did an amazing job with this. But it was all of us creators were on there, and it was like a 3-day summit. So it was really, really cool. So you can see all different kinds of creativity. And so as soon as I get that information, I will share it with you. And I hope that you all can join. This time I will be going live. The last time I did a video and submitted it that way, but I'll be going live inside the Facebook group. So I hope that you'll all come and cheer me on. And it's a free event, so you don't have to pay unless you want to do the extra bonus stuff that she offers. So as soon as I'll be onboarding the next day or so. I'll get all that information, and the next live, I'll share it with you all so you can mark your calendars. It's towards the end of February. Look, I'm getting behind on messages. So you get, yep, Hobby Lobby always has everything you need, right, Lori? And then more. I went in today with blinders. I'm like, I just have to get these. That's it. Don't look at anything else, Holly. But I was excited when I found those heart frames. Let me grab one so you could see them. So I grabbed, these are the 17-inch they had in the Valentine section. And they were 40% off, so it's still of a deal. And then I picked up one of the crosses. I've never used the shorter one from Hobby Lobby, so I thought we would do a cross wreath here live and see what this looks like on the shorter version. Since it's probably going to be hard to find the cross wreaths at Dollar Tree too, I would imagine. So we have to start using the supplies that we know that we can get. But I do have those linked in my Amazon store as well. I don't know if they're the short ones like that though too, or the same size as the Dollar Tree. All right. Boy, these messages, I keep getting behind on them. Hello, Penny. Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad that you joined us tonight. So happy to have you. And if you're new to my channel and you want to subscribe, it makes it real easy. You just hit that subscribe button right down below. And subscribe is just the YouTube way of saying to follow. It's, there's no fee to subscribe. I know sometimes it gets confusing. People think that they have to pay, but I'm like, oh no, that's just YouTube's way to say follow is subscribe. You have, Paula, you have a list of wreaths that you want to do, and the cross wreath is on it. Good. That's one of my favorites to do. I do have quite a few cross tutorials on my YouTube channel, but I think my favorite one out of all of them was the one I did last year with the regular deco mesh, not the poly burlap, the regular, and it was so flowy. And it's actually one of my favorites, and I just saw it yesterday when I was cleaning. I donated, you should have saw my truck. My truck was filled, the whole back seat up to the top, and in the bed of my truck too, with wreaths that I donated to the thrift store. And so I think that would be, I hope that people can buy those and enjoy my wreaths at home. Because let's just face it, I don't have room to keep all these wreaths. I saved my favorites and I don't have time to sell them anymore. So the next best thing is to donate it. And once I get going in my group that we talked about, I'd like to start my own Facebook group. I will start doing some giveaways, some free giveaways. So we'll be starting things like that, and then could give them away to my followers. But yeah, the cross wreath. See, I get sidetracked. The cross wreath is, I saw that and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to bring that one out. So that's my favorite. I did that one. I did like, I tried to do like an ombre, and I did it was white, dark purple, and a light purple. So it went white, and then the light purple, and then the middle part was the dark. And it had a big lily in the center, and it's just one of I like the way it flows with the regular deco mesh. It's really pretty and very big on the Dollar Tree. That's why I thought it'd be fun to work with Kelly. I love it. That's why I thought it would be fun to try a smaller one on this Hobby Lobby one. But we'll do it live so you can see just how easy that wreath is. And if you sell wreaths, it is a great seller. I'm probably going to I still have an Etsy store, and I keep a couple things in there, but I think I'm just going to have just maybe narrow it down to like 2 or 3 wreaths that I really enjoy making and that mean a lot to me. And then I'll probably just like maybe sell those only. Ones that I really enjoy making. So I would probably put the cross wreath and the angel wing wreath and maybe the pumpkin. Oh, and the rose flower. Those are my favorites to make. So yeah, so we'll decide what we do next Thursday. I have, now that I got my shipment in, I really gonna start, I have 4 of these I want to make, and now that I bought those big hearts, I really want to do a design on that too. I want to do the angel wings and a regular design too with it. So if everyone could give this a like, a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. I always forget to mention that, so I'm going to try to remember to mention that a few times in this video. Yes, Barbara, that is a good thing. Well, I donate it to, it's the Sacred Heart thrift store, and all of my boys went to Sacred Heart school, And all of the money that's raised at that thrift store feeds back into the school. So I really, that school kind of, that school and thrift store has a special place in my heart, and it helps families with tuition assistance, which I desperately needed when I was sending my boys there. And you know, so it makes me happy knowing that it, you know, it's I know that the funds that are raised from donating it there are going to a good cause. But yeah, that would be good, an organization. I have donated before. People have asked me to donate wreaths for certain fundraisers that go to good causes, and that I really love doing that as well. I've donated the Blue Line wreath a couple times to the police annual ball that they have, and a couple other donations. So those make me happy. I did one to the fire. They were raising funds for this fire department. So yeah, so they're gonna find good homes. But yeah, I definitely needed to do that because I just had way too many. I'm like, where can I possibly put another wreath? Because you think 2 tutorials a week, that adds up to a lot of wreaths. And I've been doing this for going on 3 years now. February will be 3 years. So that's a lot of wreaths. And I don't have time to list them in my Etsy store, each of those wreaths. And then if they sold, you got to finish the backs and get them all really nice, ready for shipment. When Barbara, you said when you did baskets, a couple went to those type of places. Nice. It always makes you feel good when, hi Lucas. That's my youngest son. How you doing, sweetheart? Aren't you supposed to be at work? They are my biggest fans, my kids, I'm telling you. My youngest, Lucas, he always believed in me, and he'd be like, when I was trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers, I'd be like, I'm at 400 and I'm at this, and he's like, that's actually really good, Mom, you know? So I was like, thank you. And then I did it. I got to my 1,000. I got to my 4,000 view hours. And then now I'm really want that play plaque for 100,000. But we'll see how long. I'm still trying to get to 50,000. I think I'm at like 46 right now. It's a very slow growth on YouTube sometimes. Hey, Lucas, are you still there? Everyone's saying hi. Yeah, he is, he's been working real hard. He just got onto the volunteer fire department, and he is going through their academy right now. So he just started last night. Finished up his EMT class last semester, and he's just working really hard. So he's going to go through this academy, which was a lot just to get accepted into it. He had to go through all the testing and the physical and the interviews and all that stuff. So he just started the academy last night, and I'm excited to see where this journey takes him. He wants to be a firefighter. So we're super excited for him. All right, we've done 3 sections. We are getting there. And then the magic's going to start happening. You hear Turbo, Lori? He's snoring. He's tired. That was cool, though. I multitasked. So he got to walk in a different spot. Over by Hobby Lobby, there's this big empty field that they haven't developed yet with a pathway. And so he got to try something different because usually we do the same walk, the same. We're like creatures of habits. But it's a good spot. We usually go along this canal. And he has a certain distance he can go, and I don't push it any further because I don't want to overdo it with him. With those kind of dogs, you got to be careful with their breathing. So we go about 1.5 miles, and that's about it. And then when it starts warming up, I have to be very cautious on not taking him out in the heat. Thank you, everyone. I will tell him. He probably just popped on and left. Yes, he is a great son. He is the sweetest. And he's the one that's kept us on our toes. But he is the sweetest. He's just always gives you a hug when he leaves. Always says, I love you. Like, he's just a sweet hunk of love. And I'm finally glad that he's found a direction that excites him. And because we've been trying to steer him in this direction for a while, because it has everything that he likes to do in a career. And he's very smart, but he doesn't like school like his brothers that went to 4-year universities. So we're trying to find the right fit for him. And you know, as much as we pushed it, he had to figure it out on his own. So, of course, when you try to tell, you know, your kids something, they're not going to listen until they hear it from someone else or figure it out on their own. So now he's all in, and we're just rooting him on. Because he's very, very strong. He works at a gym, and he loves to work out. That's like his passion. So definitely he's going to have no problem with the physical part of it. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done with this next section, and then we just have a few more. Has anyone made one of this style of wreath before, or is this your first time seeing it? You've made one, Donna? First time, all right. They're a lot of fun to make, and I just think they're really cute. And if you all follow me, you know that I like cutesy and fun and a little bit different. And this is cutesy, fun, and different. Has all the things that Hollie Hobbies likes to make. You've made 2 of them, Teresa. All right. Did you use the round, or did you use a different shape? You made a wreath with chunky yarn at Christmas. My first time was this Christmas. Did you do this one, or did you do the chunky yarn with the ribbon that goes through it? Because that one I like too. We did that one live on the candy cane. That was a lot of fun. I love that one, that style. And you could do that same thing if you remember that live where we did the chunky yarn and then you do the ribbon. You could do that same style on the round wreath frame as well, which I have one of those under my Valentine section. I think I did it last year or the year before. Bye, Lady Rivers. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. You used your ribbon. All right. The oval. I love the oval. Those are hard to find now. Those are great wreath frames. I was selling that when I was doing kits. I was selling that ribbon. I sold a few of those kits on the oval, and then the oval wreath frame started getting hard to find. Exactly, Linda. That is so true. College is not for everyone, and you could still have a wonderful career. And I'm just glad that he found something that he's enjoying. So he has, I think he has one more prerequisite. I'm not saying it right, but, and then he could join the fire academy. But this, I don't know. He made it sound like this academy might have this volunteer academy that he's at, fire department, might have have kind of the same cert. So I'm not sure if he'll have to go through the other academy or not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It was just barely his first night last night going to starting the academy part. Hey, Courtney, welcome. First time watching. You've been following. Oh, thank you so much, Courtney. I'm so glad you joined us live. And I might be missing some messages here. If I miss some messages, I'll swing back. I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them. Sometimes the messages go by when I'm crafting and I don't see all of them. But so glad to have you. I love it. We've had a lot of people join for the first time, and I think that's so awesome. And I've had people that follow me and are joining for the first time, which is great, and they get to chit chat firsthand and see the face and the voice, or the face behind the hands on my tutorials, because if you watch my tutorials, I don't show my face at all, which I need to start doing. I need to start switching up my tutorials a little bit and maybe doing an introduction where you're seeing me and I'm talking about what we're making, but half the time I'm in my pajamas and I don't want the camera to be on me. Hey, Sherry, welcome. Yes, I feel you, Sherry. That's how I was pretty much until I started doing this. And now I love what I do. But I had always worked since I was 16, but nothing that that I was passionate about. So that's why I really push my kids to follow their dreams, because life goes by way too fast. And I didn't have parents. Me and my husband came from broken homes and didn't have people pushing us to follow your dreams and all that kind of stuff. So we worked very harder and not smarter, and we really push for our kids to work smarter and not harder. And I'm really proud of our boys and what we've all accomplished, because I always say we did it, you know. It's not just them, but it's a victory for all of us. My oldest son is an occupational therapist with his master's, and my middle son is, he graduated from UC Irvine, an environmental science degree, and he has a great career. And now we got 2 down, 1 to go. So I'm very, very proud of our boys. Vito is doing well. He hasn't had, oh, thank goodness, Lori. That's really good news. So I wonder if that means that that medicine is working, or maybe they don't have them as often. Was that his first one when we were on that live, or had he had a few before that? Thank you, Penny. And a baby on the way, Courtney. Yeah. There you go. That's good. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. And he has a buddy that's in the Marines, and he was actually considering if everything falls through with the fire. Okay, I'm back. Are you all still there? I'm sorry it froze there, and I've just learned from the last time it did that is just it works itself out. So hopefully my lips are moving with my voice, because I noticed last time it took a little bit till it all synced up. Okay, hi Vonnie. So yeah, if it does that again, I don't know why it's doing that. If it does it again, I'm just gonna write it out like I just did, because it seems to come back on, and I don't want to stop. Okay, I'm back. Can you all hear me now? Okay, I'm back. Can you all hear me now? We are having some technical difficulties today. I'm so sorry it's doing this. I don't know why. I don't have anybody extra on the internet. It froze again. So you all can hear me? Penny, Donna, Renee? Are my lips moving with the voice? Okay, good. Sorry. Like I said, I don't know why it's doing that, but if it does it again, I'm just gonna write it out just like we just did. So just bear with me. I honestly don't know why, because especially there's not a lot anybody home that's using the internet. So I don't know. Maybe the wind. It is pretty windy outside, so maybe that has something to do with our satellite. So Lori, you said hopefully the medication's doing its job. Yes. And oh yeah, that's some high dosage. But yeah, if he hasn't had another seizure since he's been on the medicine, I would say that it's doing its job. I mean, that's good. That's super scary. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody. I'm sorry. I know it's no fun watching a frozen screen. So we're almost done, and I think I cut it just about. I love it when you do that. When you kind of guesstimate, and I think this is exactly what we need without having to go into more. Does he get like drowsy or anything from the medication? Do you notice any changes in him? And he takes 4 pills. Woo! I bet that's not cheap. I remember when our lab had a heart murmur, had to be on heart medication. It was like $190 a month. It's like, woo, they don't give you a break on nothing at the vet. All right, everyone's still here with me? Okay. Cheyenne, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. We all need to sing to Cheyenne. You don't want to hear my singing, though. I have a good karaoke voice, and that's about it. All right, we're almost done with this part, and then we're going to be moving on to the ribbon part. I love this red. So this is the ribbon that I picked out that we're going to be using. I think that's going to be fun. That's why I switched to the red instead of white, because I thought it would look good with that Harlequin ribbon there. And I was thinking about going live tomorrow and do the unboxing with my craft outlet ribbon that I got, which I'm really excited about, but I really should be working on my tutorial for this Sunday. I'm going to be using, oh, I have it, where is it? I think I put it away. It's over there. It's this really pretty, they call it wide foil mesh. And it's so pretty. So it's the first time I'm going to be working with that. And I'm going to do a Valentine design. All right. So now we're back. And I need to... should have had that warming up here. No drowsiness. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Lori, your birthday's on Sunday. Aw, that's so sweet. That's so neat. All right. Everyone can hear me, right? So I hope if you're new to my channel that you will hit that subscribe button right down below. They make it easy on these lives to hit that little subscribe button and you'll be all subscribed. And then if you want to take it a step further and ring that bell and turn the notifications on, you'll receive notifications when I release new tutorials each week. And we're going to add some hot glue right there. And then we're going to start prepping our ribbon. All right. It's hard to believe I got to start thinking about Easter. Oh my goodness. I don't know where the time goes. It just goes season after season. He sleeps a lot more for the next few days and then he's back to normal. Yeah, I'm sure that probably takes a lot out of them physically when they go through something like that. Definitely. But I'm happy to hear that he hasn't had another one and that you know, you're on the right path with the medication. And he's tolerating it and he's hasn't had another one. That's really good news. Because that's got to be really scary when they're going through that. I know I mentioned JJ having those. It wasn't really a seizure, but it sure seemed like it. It was a, from the heart, he passed syncope, they called it. He would just like drop and pass out, but it looked like he was having a seizure with how he was acting. All right, Penny, well, I'm excited that you found me, and I'm excited to have you join future lives. I try to go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Sometimes you know, things change, but I always schedule my tutorial on my YouTube channel. So that's another thing. If you're subscribed and you have the notifications turned on, you'll get a notification. You'll see like, oh, it'll say, oh, upcoming live, or there's going to be a live coming. And let's see, with all the dogs we've had, he's the first one that's ever had seizures. Yeah, so you're learning. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that he got diagnosed. with epilepsy. So at least you know what you're dealing with, instead of just trying to figure out what's actually causing it. That could take a lot. So I'm happy to hear that you do have a diagnosis for him. And then they can start treating treating him in the right way. Yeah, very scary. You get the notifications, Donna? Because I know a lot of people ask, like, how do they get notified? And I tried, I don't know everything about YouTube, but I tried to direct them in that way, because sometimes people forget, and it's nice to get that notification that, you have a tutorial coming out, or I'm releasing something new. You love Easter. Yes. Oh, I love all the colors too. I got carried away with ordering Valentine's ribbon. I should have been ordering Easter ribbon too. But I have a lot I want to use up. So I'm looking at all my Easter ribbon here on the back wall. And I want to start trying to use what I have before I get more. Your aunt's dog, right before he went under a certain tree. Oh, wow. Isn't that interesting? Oh, you get the notification 30 minutes before? Oh, that's good to know. On YouTube? Is that how it is? Oh, that's, or is it like an email? And I always try to schedule my lives. So I know there is going to be one live where I'm going to switch it up. And I wish I had I need to update this calendar here. That's one thing I need to do. I keep looking at it, and it's old. I need to update my calendar, but there is one Thursday where I might do it either the Wednesday or that Friday, because I do have something that I keep missing that's on Thursdays that I really want to go to. But I'll give you all the proper notice. And it just know that when I do, I always schedule my live. So if there was some reason why I didn't go live, it's not going to be scheduled. All right. Okay. That's good to know. Good to know. Okay, so we got that glued, and this is what we have so far. Look at that red. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. It's just these have those batteries, and I want to save this battery because we're going to be using this a lot in this next little section here. So I'm going to turn that off while we're prepping our ribbon. And you're going to hear Mr. Turbo over there snoring like crazy. Okay, so I'm not going to do my measure buddy today because I want to go 6.5 inches, and you can't really go, well, let's see, this is 7. This is what I did my other ones at. Oh, I guess I could use the measure buddy. So if you don't have the measure buddy, you can just wrap it around something. This worked good for me. I got that from the Dollar Tree. I thought it was shorter than that. So we can do the measure buddy. So if you haven't seen this, this is my measure buddy, and I have it linked in my Amazon store. It extends out to 20 inches is the longest that it goes, like that. And oh, actually the shortest is 9, so we can't do the measure buddy. Yep, we can't do the measure buddy with what I'm doing. We're just going to use this. And we're going to go ahead and prep this ribbon. This one I got from Hobby Lobby in the Valentine's Day section. And this one I got from Michael's in at the Black Friday. Buy 3, get 1 free. And so what we're going to do is we're going to prep these at 7 inches. And this, if you ever have a piece of cardboard or any sort of thing like this, it makes it really easy to prep your ribbon. And we're just going to go around and around. This makes it quick and easy. I'm not sure how many rolls this is going to take. But we're going to start prepping 1 roll at a time. And this is where some good heavy-duty scissors come in handy. And look how quick that was. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see made, any wreath that you might have seen or technique, you can always send me a comment, a message. And if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see me make, because I'm always looking for ideas. But I do have a lot of fun stuff planned that we're going to be making together. I'm going to be doing a lot of fusing of mesh to create different colors. And I'm going to be doing a lot of fun flowers. Different types of flowers, which is one of my favorites. My true passion is making the flowers. I love the flowers. I love the rose wreath is one of my favorites. Anything flowers. So we're going to be doing some dahlias, some what is that called? Yeah, a dahlia. And some daisies, and I have a couple different techniques that we're going to be trying out together. I have never done the daisy chain, and that is one I want to do with a flower. And just trying some different techniques. It's always fun to try something different that you've never done before. I'm actually getting ready to bring out my rose wreath to put on my door. That's one of my favorite wreaths. I did one live when I first started going live. I did a red one, and that's coming out for Valentine's here. I'll put that one on my door. So this is 7 inches. So when we dovetail them, it's going to be about 6.5 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and heat up my glue gun. I'm going to use my mini because I think this is going to be a lot easier. And got some glue sticks here. Yeah, these little hot glue guns are really nice with the rechargeable batteries. But you can grab anything, a piece of cardboard. It's just a big time saver when you're trying to cut multiple ribbon at a certain length. But I think these are going to look really pretty together. Yes, I did too, Penny. I saw that at Hobby Lobby. I hadn't really been in since they put their Valentine's stuff out. And I always love getting the ribbon in that seasonal section because they always have cute ones. And you can't beat the price. I mean, the $5.99 at 40% off, that's a pretty darn good price. And I would have to say the quality is pretty good. This is a lot better than I thought it was going to be because I couldn't quite fill it. But yeah, I think I might go back and get more of this because this is really pretty. And you can use this in so many different designs. Do I know how to make the heart flower? You mean the heart, the petal? Is that what you mean, Teresa? The little petal that looks like a heart? Or are you talking about the rose wreath that's made on the heart frame, the rose flower? Because I have been studying that heart petal, which is very intriguing. I'm very intrigued by it. And I was trying to figure out something I can do with that for a design that would look cute for Valentine's Day. Because it doesn't seem too hard from what I've looked at, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you mean by the heart flower. The heart flower. I think I know what you're talking about. Is that's like the ribbon, or that's like the rose wreath, but it's made on the heart wreath frame? Is that what you're talking about? Because I've seen that, and that, I think that would be, actually, you gave me a really good idea. I remember seeing that one. And I think it's the same exact thing as the rose wreath. It's just done on the heart wreath frame. So it looks more like a heart instead of a rose, like a round rose. That would be actually a really good idea to do for a tutorial, because I have a lot of the hearts, but then we're running into, I think that one, the one I'm thinking was done on the Dollar Tree heart. Which I know you could still find them online. It's just finding them at Dollar Tree is a different story. Hey, Michelle, welcome. Oh, the petal. Yes, Teresa. I think that petal is so cute. And no, I've never done it, but I have been studying it because I want to do it. And I mean, what I've studied is exactly like that petal we did last week. It's just like that little scoop petal, and then they zip tie. They pinch it in the center and then zip tie it, and it holds it into the heart shape. I think it's the same exact petal, just with that extra step. All right, so yes, it's so cute. It's funny that you said that, because I've been studying it this last week, because I'm thinking, God, what can I make with that for Valentine's? I was thinking maybe it would be cute for like some sort of flower where you add that around the outside so you could see the hearts. No, I've never taken any classes, Elena. And looks like we have a troll, so we're not going to pay that any attention there. One of these days, I'm going to have a moderator that's going to be able to stop that kind of stuff before it comes in. Because it's just not cool. It's not cool at all. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to dovetail our ribbon, and then we're going to get ready to add it to our frame. Oh, that will be fun, Courtney. That would be really fun. And it's just a great ribbon that goes with everything. I love it. Perfect for Valentine's. And I'm just dovetailing. That's all I'm doing. Taking this big old stack here. And that's where the heavy duty scissors come in handy. So once we get all this prepped, we're going to start adding it, and it's going to go pretty fast from here. I mean, I guess I could have had all this prepped ahead of time, but you know, that'd be too easy, right? Then you can't see the whole process. I know. Thank you, Lori. Really. I mean, come on. Get a life. Find something better to do than go on people's channel and say weird stuff. But if I ever get to that point, I will definitely get a moderator that can stop all those messages before they hit the feed. Dang, that made a lot of ribbon. That's a big old stack here. Oh, somebody's done with me. He goes out there to see if there's any action, and then he'll come right back. Be like, oh, there's nothing going on out there. Now we're going to have to decide what ribbon we're going to use next to that red. If we want to do the hearts and then the harlequin at the bottom, or vice versa. Yeah, I didn't realize it was going to be this much ribbon. I really would have done this so you didn't have to sit and watch me do all this prep here. See, this is all the stuff when I do my regular tutorials that we could just speed it along. Just speed it up. Watch me do this in 30 seconds. And now I need to start that tutorial for Sunday. I'm trying to get ahead, and it's just not working out with me having to clean that craft space, put me behind, and here we are Thursday, and I haven't even started the tutorial. I really need to start getting ahead on that kind of stuff, so I'm not scrambling last minute to get a tutorial up. But I am excited to use that mesh for the first time. I think it's going to be really fun to work with and really pretty. Look like some of it cut very even, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect for what we're doing here. Okay, I'm going to put that aside, start doing some of this black so we can get started on this. So I might go ahead and pop on here tomorrow and do an unboxing video with the new craft outlet so you can see some of the ribbon varieties that they have. It's nice to see it in person. This ribbon isn't the best quality, but it'll work. All right, I'm going to just prep one more bundle and then we're going to get started. Because my glue gun is heated up and we don't want to keep wasting that battery. You'd love to see the unboxing, Sheila? All right, well, we'll do it. Love seeing the whole process. Oh, thank you. Perfectly affordable crafts. Experience, I would say a lot of practice and just having that crafting background I think helped, and but just practice. I mean, really, because I never did anything with, I didn't even know what deco mesh was before I started using it. When I started, I was doing grapevine wreaths. And it wasn't until I discovered the joy of deco mesh and the whole world of deco mesh that I just completely became obsessed and wanted to learn, you know, all different techniques and all the different things that you can do with it. And it kind of became an obsession. So yeah. And that took time. It takes time to learn. I'm still learning new techniques every day. And it just, you know, you just find something that you like and then you learn how to do it. But yeah, definitely just practice, I think, is the main thing. And then just, you just kind of, all the other stuff just kind of comes. It's taken me a lot of practice with bows. That one did not come naturally. I had to really work at my bows. In my early tutorials, I never did bows because I was too nervous to do bows. All as I did was ribbon bundles. So if you look at my earlier tutorials, that's all it is. And now I'm getting a lot more comfortable over the years doing bows, and I actually really like doing bows now. But I used to be scared to death. Yeah, you just watch, you find creators that you like to watch and you learn from, and you just learn that way. You know, always, hey, TMI Gifts, welcome. I know you all have heard me talk about TMI Gifts and how much I love them. They popped on the live to say hello, and you all know that you can get beautiful mesh and ribbon from TMI Gifts, and you use my coupon code HH20 to save 20% off. I always leave their link and all the descriptions of my tutorials. Thanks for popping on. Hey, love it. Love it. All right, so now what we're going to do is get started on the ribbon. I love your stuff, and your wreath attachments are to die for. I've used the gingerbread and the nutcracker wreath attachments, and they are out of this world. And I'm hoping, I want to check out the your Easter wreath attachments, but I'd love to do I think you guys have it, the bunny butt. I think those are so cute, so fun. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we have our hot glue gun heated up, and now we're going to start adding the ribbon. And this part can go pretty fast once you get going in your groove. I'm just deciding which one I want to do. So what we're going to do is we're wrapping the number 2 bar with our ribbon, okay? And I don't know if I want to do, and you're bringing it up around that bar. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the red and then the black at the bottom. Or if we want, you know what would be kind of fun too is to alternate them. Or if we want to do the Harlequin and add, let's see which one we like the best. So we can do it like that, or we can do it like this. So what do you think? What do you like better? The Harlequin first and the hearts, or the hearts and then the Harlequin? And this, the bottom part, we can go as spread out as much as we want. I think I'm going to do the Harlequin at the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're just wrapping this number 2 bar with our ribbon, okay? So we're wrapping it, and then we're going to add, we want to get it about halfway there. And then this is where we're going to use our hot glue gun. And I have this little mini one here, and I'm probably going to need some more glue. So what we're doing now, make sure you can all see, is, let me get my silicone mat under here too. Okay, once we get going, it's going to go kind of fast here. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to the bar, and we're going to fold it in half, or you can go a little more than half. You don't want to see any of that. And then what we're doing is we're just doing a little pleat, okay? So we have that glue, and we're just doing a tiny pleat like that. And we're going to go around with our ribbon, and I'm going to show you a trick if we get to this crossbar and we need to wrap around that crossbar. I'll show you a little trick. So we're just doing that same thing. And I'm just bringing the dovetail over the other one just slightly. So once you get it lined up, open it up. Add a little bit of hot glue on the bar, just a little bit. And then you're going to come back, slide it over, and once again, you're just going to do another little pleat. So they're next to each other, and they're pleated just a little bit. Now it's up to you how much you want to pleat it. If you want to get really close together, you can do that, or just a slight pleat is what I like to do. So now I'm going to continue around, and I'm missing a lot of your messages. Oh, thank you, TMI Gifts. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love doing collaborations with you. They're so fun. And I'm looking forward to our next collaboration. And I know you guys are busy with your big event that you have coming up with the horse derby, and that sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. I did a collaboration with Ashley for the Merrymakers Holiday Summit. I was one of the designers, and I adore Ashley. She is so cute and so fun. So you don't want to keep it like that. You want to kind of pleat it a little bit more. So see, that's what we're doing. We're doing that all the way around. Like I said, once we get all this prepped, it starts going pretty fast. And then this next one after this, I'm going to show you what we do to get a little trick to get around that wreath bar right there. Because this one's going to be pleated. Just trying to catch up. I know, Ashley is the sweetest. I was so impressed with that summit that she put on. I mean, that was a lot of work, and she did such a great job hosting that. Whoops, I put it, see, this is what happens when I start talking. I went on the wrong bar. We're going around this number 2 bar, not the number 3 yet. Now, if you're still here at TMI Gifts, do you, I guess I haven't looked for it before until I just did a recent project. Do you have the pre-cut deco mesh squares, the 10 by 10 squares? Thank you, Alina. That's so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, okay. I wasn't sure because I did a angel wing wreath, and I used some of the pre-cut, and I didn't realize that Hobby Lobby doesn't carry it anymore, and I had it in my stash and I used it, and then everybody's scrambling to try to find that pre-cut, and I was just curious if you had the pre-cut mesh. Okay, so now see how we have this crossbar right there? And we want to get around that crossbar. So a little trick is you get your ribbon ready, and then on the back, you just cut it to that fold. And then you just slide it, that cut part, right around that crossbar on each side of the crossbar. And that's how you get around that. Little tricks of the trade here. And this is where these little glue guns come in handy for doing something like this. See, this one I have to really pay attention, so I might be missing a lot of your messages. So I love it when you all interact with each other. And if you haven't checked out TMI Gifts, or you're new to TMI Gifts, They're a wonderful family-based company, and they have beautiful mesh and ribbon, wreath attachments, floral picks. I mean, they have it all. And I highly recommend. I get asked a lot about like where I shop with, and it's nice to have a place that has good quality materials to work with. And I highly recommend checking them out. And like I said, you can always use that coupon code and it will save you 20% at checkout, which is a special thing that I offer my followers. I absolutely love that, working with that one mesh, that that red and white mesh. Oh, that quality was just, oh, I loved working with that mesh. And it makes a difference when you work with good quality materials. And you're not spending any more than you would spend at the big box stores, but you're getting more of a quality product. All right, see what we're doing here? And then we're going to have a trick that's going to fill in this gap too at the end. So I'm going to keep making my way around. Hey, Lori, did you have to take Vito and Lucy out? Oh, thank you, TMI Gifts, for putting that in there. I always leave it in the description section of all my tutorials on my YouTube channel. And I've been sharing that on my lives because people have been asking me where I get my supplies. And I like to get a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit everywhere. But I'm excited. I bought some ribbon from you. It's up there. It's that black and pink striped ribbon with the red and the black hearts that go down the center. And I'm so excited to use it. And I got some of the velvet pink ribbon. And I'm really excited to use it in a design. I'm a little behind the curve right now. I'm working on Valentines and I really need to be moving on to my spring designs here, but that's okay. I like to embrace every season. I just got to get better at moving on to the next season because I'll get caught up in a season and I don't want to leave it. And then I spend too much time on it. And I as far as the YouTube world goes, I have to be like way ahead of the game. So people have time to make that tutorial. So right now we're coming up on the crossbar. So we're going to have to do that same thing. And this just, or we can actually probably do one more. No, we'll do it. We'll do one more cut here. Just a nice way to get around that crossbar where everything still looks pretty and nice. And if you're new to my channel, if you hear any snoring or snorts, that is Turbo over there sleeping and snoring away. See, so we just made it around that crossbar. Hey, we're doing pretty good time tonight. Let's see. Well, let's see if we can get this done in a reasonable amount of time here. I know some of my lives get a little carried away time-wise. But, you know, that's how crafting is. It takes time. Crafting cannot be rushed. And that's why I like to do lives, and so you can kind of really see the behind the scenes, what really goes on with a, you get more appreciation, I think, when you see a tutorial, when you're watching a live. Because, you know, we make it look so fast when you're doing a tutorial because you could speed things up and edit things out, but really those tutorials take just as long as these lives do. It's not my husband snoring, right? Yep, Lori. I used to always have to write that in my, I used to always felt like I had to justify the snoring so people knew it wasn't my husband sitting on the recliner snoring, it's my dog. But I think everybody knows Turbo by now. And I get more messages about Turbo than I do my crafts. Let's just put it that way. He is turning out to be a celebrity. I'm telling you, he is just the love of my life. I love that dog so much. And everybody wants me to get another one. All the pug lovers out there said, oh, it's better when you have two, but I just don't know if I'm ready to take that on right now. I won't be able to get any crafting done with two dogs. Or it could go the other way, where I could get a lot done because they'd be entertaining each other. But see how we're just doing a very light pleat, and we're making our way around with this ribbon. And here we are back onto this thing, but I think this is big enough where we can push that pleat over a little bit and get this one in here. Did our troll leave? I hope so. And thank you for telling that troll where to go, because I'm telling you, it's just not fun when they pop on your feed like that and you have no control over it. Oh, thanks, Donna. So happy to have you. Oh, Kelly, thank you. He is an angel. I didn't even know I needed a pug in my life, but God sent him my way, and my life has been changed ever since. God knows exactly what we need. We might not know what we need, but he sure does. And I definitely needed him in my life at this part of my life. Because, I mean, I work from home and I'm not around people like I used to be. And it does get a little lonely sometimes, you know. I'm just here crafting away by myself and nobody around, so it's nice to have a little buddy, that my little partner. Gosh, I love this little glue gun so much. I bought this in a set, and I have it linked to my Amazon store. It was the best investment I could have made, because I was using that little Sure Bonder, which was great. It was perfect for me starting out, but I only have the plug right here, and I was real limited, and you'd have to put it back on the stand, and this has just been a game changer for me. And the battery seems to last a pretty long time too, which is nice. And it's nice to have another backup battery too. Hey, Sally. About the troll, just cite the mayor in Minneapolis. And oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm kind of new to that. Oh, you reported. Thank you so much. I'm new to all of that because I've probably only had like, that's probably my third one. And yeah, the first time I just froze. I didn't know what to say or what to do. And I guess the best thing is just not, I mean, as far as my, I let you guys take care of it. But as far as me, I'm not going to just pay it any attention because, I mean, obviously that's what they're trying to get is attention. But, yeah, the first time I just froze. I didn't know what to say or what to do. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to answer what they're trying to get me to say or whatever. But thank you for reporting them. I'm hopefully that YouTube will, do something about that kind of thing until I can eventually someday have a moderator, aka my husband. I have to start putting him to work for Holly Hobbies. And we're coming up on another crossbar. It's just you and your dog, Kelly, so you get it, right? They're like your best buddy. Otherwise, you'd be talking to yourself, At least you got the dog to talk to. That's how I feel. Because we all know that they're humans and they understand everything we're saying. Because we got a lot of dog lovers on here. I love it. And one thing I haven't made, and I don't know why I haven't made, is one of the paw wreaths. That's crazy that I haven't never done that. I mean, I have all the hearts. Maybe we'll do that. And that's a lot like what we're doing here with the yarn, making those paw wreaths. And I've never done like a wreath with the dog, like a pet one. And I actually bought the ribbon. I was going to do one year. I bought some toys, some dog toys. I bought the ribbon, and I just never ended up doing it. And I really need to do one. Need to do a turbo wreath. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch. Oh, Kelly, you had a pug too? Did you have a black one or a fawn? They are just something else, man. Their personalities are so stinking cute. But they do sleep a lot. I don't remember any of my dogs sleeping as much as he sleeps. But I'm glad I got his walk out of the way because it's pitch dark out there now and I couldn't go. And then before we know it, I'm going to have to start watching with the weather, with it getting too hot to take them out. Because I guess they can have those episodes even if it's like 80 degrees. Where their body overheats. Because they can't regulate their body temperature. All right, we're almost around this wreath here. And I got those cute little attachments. I know I'm jumping ahead. I'm getting all squirrel, but I thought, look how cute these are going to be to add some embellishments, because they have the little yarn that's wrapped around the hearts. And I thought this was so cute. I would go good with the whole theme here. All right. See, this is like, it's actually very therapeutic. I have to say. I really enjoy doing this style of wreath. It's fun. And you can use any ribbon combinations that you want. Which I was kind of torn with what I was going to do. And I'm really glad I found this. Because I wanted to make sure I had 2 rolls, and a lot of the ribbon I have, I don't have 2 rolls of. So I went looking for this for today, and I'm glad they had this. That was going to go good with that Harlequin. And this is 2.5-inch ribbon, so you all know what I'm using, which I think works the best, but you can use 1.5-inch too. You're just going to have to do a lot more pieces to fill it up. But the trick with this is that pleat. You got to make sure you get a little pleat going there. All right, so Kelly's things happen with this. I had to double take. Okay. You reported to Donna. Thank you. Thank you. And you blocked them. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and try to figure out how to do all that. If I can still block like after the live. Thank you, Donna. Oh, here we go again. Hey, Debbie. Hey, friend. Welcome. You're here for... Oh, it did it again. I hope you're still here and you can hear me. I don't know why. That's the 3rd time it's done that. And I've never had that many times where my live is frozen. So I apologize about that. But I think that's the key, is just to let it ride it out, because it seems like it starts back up by the time if I would end the live and restart it. So I'm glad. So Debbie, I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome. I'm glad you popped in to say hello. And let me see. You're hooking up to my car. All right, I'm coming through the Bluetooth. I love it. So happy to have you, Debbie. Hey, Poop Designs by Valerie. This is a 14-inch wire wreath frame from Dollar Tree. And, yep, those are the standard ones that we can still find there. Thank goodness. Because we all know they have them on Amazon, but they're a lot more than $1.50. Probably if you bought them in the bulk, you could probably get it down in price. Okay, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We'll do 2 more here, and that will complete this number 2 bar. And you're going to see this gap right here. There's going to be a gap which we're going to fill up. I'm going to show you at the very end how we're going to get that gap to fill up. So you're not even going to see a gap at all. All right, let's just get a nice little pleat here so we can make room for the last one. All right, one more. Is my sound back on? You fell asleep? Well, I'm glad you're here, Debbie. I know everybody's busy, and I'm so appreciative that you're taking the time to pop on here with me tonight. I really look forward to these lives and visiting with you all, and it's just been like, it's like a little crafting family that we have here. I love it. And we will be, like I said, I'm going to be doing I have a lot of things that I want to do. This one looks very short. I'm going to take this one off. That one just looks so short. That was probably one of those short ones. I have a lot of fun things that I'm excited to be doing this new year, and I hope that you all will join me. I would love to do a monthly crafting club where we're all crafting something together. And I want to start my own group on Facebook, which I'm excited about that. And I hope that you'll all join me when I get that going. And it'll be a great way to build community, and you can share your wreath designs or whatever you're crafting or working on. It doesn't have to be a wreath. I just got to figure out the name and go through a few more details, and I should be getting that going pretty soon here. Okay, that's better. Okay. So here we go. We have that so far. Ooh, it turned out so pretty. Okay, so you can't see that bar, but we have one more bar right there. And this is the number 1 bar. So we're going to be doing that same thing with our next ribbon, wrapping that number 1 bar. And it's up to you how long you want it to hang down. And why do these look so short? These came out really short. No, I guess not by the time you dovetailed it. Yes, I can do some centerpieces. I love doing centerpieces. For sure, we can do some. I love doing those on the 5-gallon paint sticks. Or we can also do one on a crafting stick. And I thought I saw, oh yeah, I got this one in here. This is from Unique in the Creek. Those make great centerpieces too. Or you can do it on this, which is from the Dollar Tree. It's a crafting stick. Or, like I said, just a 5-gallon paint stick too. It makes really, really nice centerpieces. So yeah, I would love to do another centerpiece. Okay, it caught back up. Okay, that's good. My voice caught up to my lips because I noticed that when it froze another live, I was rewatching it, and my lips were moving. It was like one of those, movies on Netflix. Yes, I'll for sure do one, Donna, because I love doing them. They're really fun and easy, and I haven't done one in a while. So I think it would be great to do a centerpiece. Okay, so this one, sometimes it's easier just to keep it flipped upside down. But what you have to do before is you want to see, like, how far do you want that ribbon to come out? Okay, so that's going to be, you're just going to decide how far you want it to poke out, So do we want it to poke out like that, or do you want just a little tiny peek? So you first decide that. And let's do something like, maybe just like a little peak like that. So now we're going to be working around, let me get by the crossbar here. And like I said, it's just easier to keep it upside down when you're doing this last bar. Let's do about like that. Yeah, we'll have to do, we'll do a centerpiece. It'll probably have to be like maybe a spring centerpiece. Because I have a couple of these signs that I got that I really want to use my Valentine's signs. Otherwise, I'll have to wait till use them next year. So I probably won't be able to get to a yeah, I like that. So now we're just, probably won't be able to get to a Valentine centerpiece, but we'll definitely do one for Easter. And also, you can always go back, and if you find that they're too long, you can just fix the dovetails, you know, like when this is all done. So I'm just going to keep going now with my ribbon, my Harlequin ribbon here. All right. I think that's going to look pretty with this, with those ribbon choices. No sound? Can you hear me now? We are having some major technical issues tonight. Can you hear me? Let me know if you hear the sound. No sound. Okay, it'll come back on. Never lost it. Okay. Oh, we're just having some technical issues tonight. But we'll get through this, I promise. You know, no, this isn't a stiffer ribbon, actually. It's not the greatest ribbon. This was from Michaels, and I'm not really that happy with it, but we're going to make it work. So no, it's not a stiffer ribbon. It's very thin and flimsy. But it's okay because it's going to work just fine. And that is why shopping at different places like TMI Gifts and Craft Outlet, and there's many other places, is you're just getting a better quality product. No offense, Michaels, no offense, Hobby Lobby, but you just get better quality materials. And it's honestly, the price is pretty much the same, so you might as well just get the better stuff. At least that's my opinion now that I've been doing this a little bit. And trust me, when I first started, that's all I used, because that's all I knew. I didn't know all the places to get the ribbon and the signs and where people were buying all their stuff from. I just, I shopped at the big box stores because that's all I knew, and that's what worked for me. But now that I'm getting into it a little bit more, and I'm experimenting with different mesh and ribbons from different places, it's just hands down, it's such a better quality. And when we making bows like we're talking about, it's so much easier to learn how to make a beautiful bow when you're using beautiful ribbon. That's a better quality ribbon. And now we're on that crossbar, and we're doing that same thing. Hello, aloha, Humphrey. Welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. Well, I like to go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you're new to my channel, if you hit that subscribe button right down below and you turn your notifications on, you'll get notified when I release a new tutorial or I go live. I release new tutorials every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I try to go live every Thursday. There are some Thursdays where I might have to make adjustments and go live on a Wednesday or a Friday, but generally I've been going on Thursdays, have been working out really good for me. So I hope that you'll come and join us again. My three top places, well, right now is TMI Gifts and Craft Outlet. And there are a couple other ones that I haven't tried yet that I really want to try. I want to check out Creek Road Designs, I believe it is. Another family operated one. I've never bought from them, but I hear that they're very good. And recently I've checked out another one I'm interested in because I've been looking for a place that has the pre-cut squares because I've been getting a lot of questions about those. And someone suggested Wreaths of Joy. And so I started looking at their page. I want to see if maybe I can get an affiliate link through them. But they had a lot of really nice pre-cut squares. So I just want to learn a little bit more about them. And I don't like to promote anything unless I've personally tried it. But I do have other people in the crafting business that, and some followers on here that have bought from the Creek Road Designs. And I do follow them, and they, I would definitely like to buy some of their stuff and check out their quality. But so far right now, it's been TMI Gifts and Craft Outlet are my go-to. My two go-to. I don't have a third one yet. I know I was buying from Unique in the Creek as well, and I do have their affiliate link. But I noticed that they didn't have the pre-cut mesh like they used to. So I haven't bought from them in a while, but I do buy their wreath boards, which I absolutely love. If you've never worked on the wreath board, they're really fun to work on. Oh my gosh, it almost looks like a deck of cards. Yes, Debbie, that's what I was just talking about. Is I've never bought from the Wreaths of Joy, but I would like to check them out because people have been asking about the pre-cut squares. And since I did that last tutorial, and I had them from Hobby Lobby from my stash, but I guess they don't sell them anymore. So everybody was asking where they can get that pre-cut, and I've had a lot of people that said Wreaths of Joy. And so I got on their website and checked it out, and it looked like they had a great selection. And I've never bought from them, but I would like to I'd like to check them out for sure. Have you bought from them? Debbie, have you bought from the Wreaths of Joy? Are you happy with them? Helen. Oh yeah, I got you. Yay, welcome Helen. Thank you, Elizabeth. Sorry, I think I'm missing some messages. Paula asked how long I've been doing this. Well, I've been crafting since I was a little girl, but I just started Hollie Hobbies February of 2022, and this will be in February of February, I think, is when I started my YouTube channel too. So I'm going on almost 3 years of having my YouTube channel and my business, which my business started with my Etsy store. I started making and selling wreaths, and then it evolved to doing tutorials on YouTube, which is my true passion. So I don't sell wreaths anymore. This is what I do now full time. And I absolutely love my YouTube channel. It's so fun. It's my favorite platform to be on. Never in a million years would I ever have thought that I would be running a YouTube channel, but here I am. And I couldn't be happier with where this journey has brought me. You know, here I am with all of you going live, doing tutorials every week. And I mean, if you know me, the tech part is not my specialty. And I never thought that I'd be able to figure all this out, but I did, and here I am, and I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to see where my YouTube channel will take me. I am really, I want to get that play button really bad to get to 100,000 subscribers. But it takes time. YouTube takes time. There's a lot of people doing crafting, but it's a great niche to be in. And everybody has their own style, their own way of teaching, so there's room for everybody, which is nice. What do I do with all the designs I make? Well, Poof by Designs, I just donated a whole car full of wreaths. I do sell some of them on my Etsy store, but I don't have the time anymore to sell and to really promote that because I'm so busy with my YouTube channel. So I do still have an Etsy store, but that's not the direction I go anymore. And I do sell a couple designs, but like I said, I don't promote it. So my Etsy store is really not doing a whole lot because I don't have the time to promote it. I don't have the time to promote YouTube and to promote an Etsy store. So so right now, I give them away, and I donated a big truck full, and I just did that yesterday actually. And because I don't have room to keep all these wreaths. And I am going to start doing some giveaways as soon as I can get my email list figured out, which is another thing that's been on my list that I'm just, like I said, I'm not, the tech part is just so much for me to figure out. But I really have to get an email list. It's something I should have done like when I first started. Excuse me, let me grab my water. So once I get that email list going, I will start doing some giveaways through my email campaigns. And did I? No, Trish, I didn't. Is Debbie leaving? Bye, Debbie. Drive safe. Paper Mart. I've never heard of Paper Mart. I'll have to check them out. Hi, Lisa. Trish, you asked, did I ever figure out the village wreath for Christmas? Nope. I ran out of time. I didn't even have time to attempt it this year like I was supposed to. That one is just... That's the problem. I run out of time. And I don't have time to get to everything that I want to get to. And that thing has been on my list for so long. And I've attempted it 3 times. But I just couldn't quite get to that final tuning of it this year. So I'm going to have to next year really make that priority. Because I think that one is so pretty. And I came close to figuring out. I just had to tweak it one more time, and I think I had it down. It's a lot of work working with that. Or not a lot of work, but you got to know what you're doing when you're working with that spray foam. And it got to, I should have let it set a little bit first before I added the village. And because I didn't, the spray foam just kind of, it overran the village, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I think I had it down except for that part. And that's all I would have probably done differently, is let that spray foam set a little bit, about 5 minutes before I added the village to it. So I'll get it. I will get it. I promise. We will get that figured out by next year. Yes, Happy New Year and blessings as well, Lisa. We are getting there. I think I hear my Lucas is home. And he's going to start getting on me. Did you go to the gym today? He gets on me when I don't make my gym appearance. Oh my gosh. I'm loving the hearts and the Harlequin. It almost looks like a Alice in Wonderland. And Donna asks, would you like to do wood rounds? Wood rounds. Oh, I know what you're saying. Someday, yeah, I would like to learn how to, well, what I would really like to learn how to do is the, I follow a couple people that do the lettering, you know, how they write on the signs. I think that would be really fun to learn and do your own wood sign. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to, I would like to learn that. I've never really worked with that kind of stuff, with, you know, the paints and all that kind of stuff. And, but yeah, I would, anything crafting, I'm down to learn for sure. All right, we're getting there. We're almost done. We got halfway to go, and then we're going to fill in that gap and add a couple little embellishments, and it's going to be finished up in no time at all. And here I thought this was going to be a quicker live, and it's still, whew, I really try, you guys, to do quick lives. Like, I really thought this one was going to be a quick one, and it's still turning into a long one. So I'm sorry. It's just this crafting takes time. There's no shortcut in this kind of stuff. I just hadn't done one in a long time, and I guess I forgot that it's a little time consuming. But we're getting there. We are. But yeah, I think it would be really fun to do that monthly crafting group. I just got to figure out the details. And a good supplier where we could all get the right supplies. And then we could I thought it'd be fun to have one day where we come on live. And then we go through all the prep work together. And then the next time we make the wreath together. Wouldn't that be fun? I think that would be so fun. So you would be actually making your own wreath along with me. And we would do that like once a month with a new design every month. So I'm working on that. I need to figure out the details. I need to talk with Unique in the Creek, and maybe I could design some kits through them for the monthly wreath thing that we do. And I just think that would be a fun thing to do together. Yes, Kelly, I haven't done it on the heart frame, but I've done it on the round frame and the candy cane frame. And I think it'd be the same thing with the heart frame as well. Same concept, you know, and to do that look, it would be the same thing. Yep. I love that one. And that one always turns out to be so popular. I think because it's like different looking and unique, that people really gravitate towards that design. All right. See, you're giving me more ideas, Kelly. Now I'm like, oh, now I need to do one of those on the heart. Because I'm always looking for ideas for tutorials. Because, I mean, let's face it. Sometimes you run out of ideas. And it's like, what am I going to do next? Try to come up with something, you know, new and refreshing. And Is Debbie still here? I thought Debbie had to leave. Where's Deborah at? Gotta drive. Pay attention to the road, Debbie. Debbie's so fun. When I first met Debbie online, she said, we would talk on Messenger quite a bit, and she said that she is in her 60s and she still does cartwheels. And I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. And she likes to kayak like I do too, and she's a lot of fun. She's got a lot of energy. Hi, Lucas. I'm still live. Everybody said hi.
What's good?
Yeah.
I tapped in earlier.
You did.
Oh, Turbo. Oh, Turbo. Hi, Turbo.
Lucas says hi to everybody. All right. Trish, did you get your answer, your question answered? Yes, I think that would be a lot of down for a pajama party. Yeah. Aw. So I just have to figure it out, and we'll get the details. And Mariah, my next live will be next Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Piping Davy, thank you so much for the jewels. I really appreciate that so much. Thank you. Oh, yes, Donna, I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. My attention span gets a little short sometimes. I will be going live tomorrow as well and sharing my, I'm going to do an unboxing video of my Craft Outlet ribbon haul that I got, because I need to break into that, because I need that ribbon for my tutorial on Friday. I've been waiting on. So yeah, thank you for reminding me there, Donna. I will go live tomorrow. I won't be making a wreath, but we'll do an unboxing. But the next time I'll make a wreath will be on next Thursday. And I always schedule it. And if you're subscribed to my channel and you have your notifications turned on, you'll get a notification. I believe Lori said that she gets it about 30 minutes prior to the live starting, that I'm going to be going live. And I believe that you're also going to get a notification when I release a tutorial. When I release a new tutorial, because sometimes, I mean, I know I release them every Sunday at 10 a.m., but sometimes I'll do an extra one midweek, which I might have to do that to get through some of these, all the Valentines that I want to get through. So, which means I'll have to drop a tutorial midweek at some point, and if you have those notifications on, you'll get notified that I just released a new tutorial. You want to go skiing? Yeah, you're afraid of breaking something. I know, that's like my biggest fear, is like falling and breaking something, and then I'm not going to be able to craft or something. Because usually we go ice skating. We didn't get to go this year, but the rink's still open. But yeah, I'm just like, every time I'm doing something like that, don't fall, don't hurt yourself. I remember I went a couple years ago, went water skiing, and I pulled a hamstring so bad. I was down for the count for like 2 weeks. I'm like, hit it, and all of a sudden I hear rip right on my hamstring. And so, yeah, I'm very, very nervous about injuring myself at this point. Because the older we get, the longer it takes to heal. Yes, we got, Elizabeth, we got people from all over the place. And I'm from California. And everyone's sharing where they're from. We got people that come from all over. And we've had people that pop in from, remember we had someone that popped in from Paris? That was cool. We have people that come from all over the place. It's really exciting to see where people watch you from. That's what I like YouTube. It's neat. You get followers from all over the place. Yeah, never in a million years would I thought that I would be running a YouTube channel. And it turned out to be my passion, and my biggest joy is this channel. I've got the nicest messages from people and how, you know, my tutorials have changed them or motivated them to get back to doing what they loved. And it's just been a beautiful journey. And I'm excited to see where it's going to take me. And we're coming up on that crossbar again, and there's that little trick, just like that. We're almost there, guys, I promise. But see, it's not hard, it's just a little time consuming, and you're just doing the same thing over and over. So if you want to check out what this looks like on the oval frame, I think it was I don't know if it was last Easter or the Easter before. I can't quite remember, but I did one of these on the oval wreath frame. And it had the little bunny in the middle with a bunny sign. So you can always add signs to these too. Debbie, you said you went ice skating for the first time in 40 years. You didn't fall. Go backwards in circles. All right. Well, the last time we went, a little kid clipped my husband, and he fell and hurt his shoulder. And it was the little kid's fault because he ran into him. And so, yeah, it just makes me so nervous that one of us is going to get hurt. And he did. He got hurt, and his shoulder still hurts. And that was like 2 years ago from that. Yeah, so you can see what it looks like on the oval. I think it's a really cute one. I really love that one. And I had the little Dollar Tree bunnies, and we made a little pom-pom cottontail, and that one, I thought that one's one of my favorites. Of course, they all kind of end up being my favorites. I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. Oh, this is my favorite. But they all have a special place in my heart, all of my tutorials, because they're all, you know, a different part of my journey. Even my first ones that are very, very raw, and when I was just trying to figure everything out, they have a special place in my heart too. I'll never forget how excited when I did my very first one, and oh my gosh, I was so excited when I figured out how to do all of that voiceover and this and that, and I couldn't believe it that I actually figured it all out. Boy, this battery's really lasting a long time. Layla, Barney, Blues Clues, Bluey. Oh, you must have little ones. Because my kids, it was Barney. That was... I think they were older when the Blues Clues and all that were popular. Let's see. Donna says, I went maybe skiing once. Disaster, pulled the plug out to the lift on accidents. Oh my gosh. Those get scary getting off those lifts. It was like there's no seatbelt. They expect you to know what you're doing. And sometimes it's not very graceful when you get off. I haven't done that in a very long time. I would like to try to go skiing again. I love that. We just haven't really done that in so long. Okay, this is going to be the last one. Trish, I've been doing, this February will be my 3rd year, going on my 3rd year with my YouTube channel. And I started Hollie Hobbies in February of 2022. And that's well, that's why I'm trying to, February of 22 must have been when I started my business page, because I know I didn't start my YouTube channel right away, and it says February 22 with my YouTube channel. So I must have had things going a little bit before then, but I don't know. Maybe I must have started it, but I didn't like get serious about it. Because I definitely started, Facebook, it says February of 2022 is when I started my business page. So that was about right when I started everything. And that's when it said YouTube too. So going on 3 years since I had the dream of bringing Hollie Hobbies to life. And I started selling my wreaths. I didn't start by I'm going to be a content creator and create tutorials. That's never in a million years what I thought was going to happen. The journey led me to that, in that direction, and I'm so glad it did, because that is my true passion, is teaching others. My passion is not so much selling this wreath to you, it's about teaching you how to make it, and that joy and that therapy and that, everything that comes along with making it yourself. I wanted other people to experience that. It's like a high, really. It's a crafting high. It's the same adrenaline as a running high. And I want people to experience that for themselves, because some people think they're not crafty, or they can't do it. And it's like, yeah, you can. And it's a joy of when you can do something yourself and bring it to life and have that joy of crafting and that love of crafting. And that's what I like to share with others, is so they can experience that. Okay, so, thank you, Trish. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Barbara, am I counting wrong? Oh my gosh, see what happens? And I just lose track of time. Is that going on 4 years now that I've had my channel? Because last live I was telling everybody I was 56, and then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, Hollie, you're 55. You're not 56 yet. In February I turned 56. So I lose track of time. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Barbara, because obviously I can't count, and we are into oh my gosh, you're right. Okay, so I've been doing this almost 4 years. Wow. Time flies when you're crafting. Oh my gosh. I've been telling everybody 3 years. Yep. So time flies. Here we are, 4 years, going on 4 years. Okay, so now what we're going to do, see, there's this gap right here, and we want to fill in that gap. And how we're going to do that is we're going to grab some more of this yarn. Let me see if we have enough here. I think this will be just a perfect piece here. And what we're doing is we're going to glue it right around the back like this. Right in that gap. And that is going to fill in that hole, and you're not even going to notice. Oh my gosh, I've been saying 3 years. Wow. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Barbara. Oh my gosh. I definitely wasn't a math major. So what this is going to do is going to fill in that little gap right there, and you're not ever going to notice it. And I think what we're going to do is cut it on each side of the crossbar here. I'm trying to stuff it under that crossbar so you can't see the crossbar from the other side. So you can stuff it, or you can just like glue it, whatever you want to do. Let's stuff it. Careful not to stick it to my mat here. And every time we get to that crossbar, I'm just going to cut it on, put it on each side. And then we're just going to, after this, we're going to add some embellishments, a couple little embellishments. We could make a bow if we wanted to. Yeah, time flies when you're crafting away. The seasons just kind of roll into each other. So that's why if you follow me on Facebook, you see that I do a lot of automations, because a lot of people, they can't find my tutorials because they don't scroll down all the way. And so since this is going on 4 years, that's a lot of seasons. So some of them are buried way down and they're like, I can't find it. I can't find it. So that's why I do those automations. So people, it'll take them right to that tutorial. And they don't have to, it takes them right there. They don't have to search for it. Well, so much for a short tutorial tonight, guys. Sorry. I thought this was going to be a quick one. I can't do anything quick, seems like. Oh, thank you, Viola. I appreciate that. Hi, Gala Heat. Welcome. Welcome. Time flies when you're having fun. Yep. Retired in 2003, and it doesn't seem that long ago. Yeah. It goes. So, let me me just fix some of this on this side. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed it so far, but hold on. All right, so this is what we have so far. And it just filled in that little gap. And now we're going to, what does Debbie says, I'm going to do a Valentine on a grapevine with hearts and pea bead garland and some florals, like Easter one I made last year, the one that looks like the cat got in it. Oh, fun, Debbie. I love the pea bead garland. I think that's so pretty. Okay. See, and you know, I'm almost should be done when Turbo is starting to pace around me right now. I'm almost done, Turbo. I know. He's all, did someone call my name? Okay, so that's that. Now, if you had a sign, you could put a sign in there. I don't know if I have a sign that would fit. Let me see what some of these signs look like. This would probably be too big, but you get the idea. You could do a sign. If you had, this is a 12-inch, but if you had something smaller, then that would be really cute in there. So it's very versatile. Oh boy, now he's getting a zoomy and wants to tear up his bed. Okay, so back to what I was originally going to do was I was going to add these little guys. I thought would be kind of cute, but we don't have to add anything really. Turbo. I just thought these were cute because they're like covered in yarn, and I just thought that would kind of add to what we're doing here. But this is the kind of stuff that takes me time to figure out the embellishments sometimes. What do you think? Should we add these or not? Those would be kind of fun. And we could add a bow if we wanted to add a bow. We could do that. But basically, you're just going to embellish it any way that you want. And I don't know. I think I might want to maybe add one of these little guys here. Which I don't want to add hot glue. I'd have to secure it a little bit better. But you can see how versatile these are and how fun. And I'm thinking about making a bow. Should we do a bow? A bow? Barbara says a bow. Okay, Barbara says a bow, we're doing a bow. Let's just figure out what kind of bow we're going to make. Okay. But I do like these little guys, except I think we should add, they would have to be added with some floral wire. All right, let's figure out a bow, and then we will wrap up this design. Because my short live is turning into another 3-hour live. And I still have to get to the gym tonight. Okay, let's figure out the bow. I didn't really think about what kind of bow to make, so let's play around with a couple options. We don't want to make too big of a bow. Maybe just a little simple, something simple. Aw, we love you having you, Debbie. And you can talk as much as you want on my channel. You know that. Okay. How about a bow? And I like your thinking, Donna. I really like your thinking, because That's what I had in mind. I got these originally, and that's what I had in mind to do, is put these in the middle of the bow. So let's do something like that, whether it's going to be this, because I'm not sure that I'm really liking these things for this right now. I thought they would have been cute because they're yarn, but they're kind of bulky. And I think that I like Donna's idea. So let's do that, and then we can add one of these little sparkly ones in the middle. And so let's see here. Let's just do maybe, let's see. Let's just play around. I don't know what we're going to do, but let's just kind of play around with some different bow options here. I don't want to go too big. So maybe we'll do like a 4.5 maybe. But I like that idea with that in the middle. I think I'm going to do just more like a regular bow instead of like one that has the tails all over the place. And I am getting ready to do another bow tutorial too pretty soon. This other favorite bow that I'm obsessed with right now. Yes, Debbie, we love you, and you can talk as much as you want. I know Debbie, she gets nervous sometimes that she thinks that people, like, we might think she's talking too much on the channel. But Debbie, you know that you're welcome. You could talk as much as you want on my channel, because you know that I adore you. Yeah, see this ribbon, Debbie, is not that thick. You were asking earlier. It really isn't. So Debbie, when it gets, the winter's over, is that when you get back in your garden? Debbie has the most beautiful flowers. I don't know how you have time for all of that. I am telling you, girl, that is a lot of work. Because before I crafted, I actually really loved doing my roses and my flowers, and I can't keep both of them going. So now I'm just anything that's drought resistant. I don't know how I want to do this bow. We're just going to do it kind of simple right now, because I didn't really have time to think about how I wanted to do this. Oh, hopefully you can't hear my son out there burping. My goodness. Ooh, glass of wine sounds really good right now, Lori. If I have a glass of wine right now, there would be no going to the gym for me. All right, I'm not really sure where this bow is going, but we'll see when we fluff it all out. The ribbon, this Harlequin ribbon was from Michael's, Trish. It was at their Black Friday after Christmas. And the other ribbon, the heart ribbon, was from Hobby Lobby in the Valentine Day section. Trying to be able to see. Maybe I should have done 2 of the red down at the bottom. You know what we're going to do is I'm going to take this piece out, add this one up here, give it more of a pop there. There we go. And let me put this one back down below. I'm taking that piece out. All right, let's try this, and then we'll glue that in the center, and let's see what it looks like. I almost wish I would have done this one longer. Be able to see it a little bit better. But once we fluff it out, it should be okay. Okay. This is where I get carried away with, I could be fluffing on a bow all night long. And I love this floral wire. It's Bodabra floral wire. You can get it from Unique in the Creek. I also have it linked in my Amazon store. And this stuff is heavy duty and it's really good for bows. I only broke it one time, but it took a lot to pull on it before it broke. Yeah, I can imagine, Debbie. I know it's a lot of work to keep all those flowers going every year. And yours is beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, I used to be really into all my flowers and my seasonal and my what do they call those ones? The annuals and the perennials, and I had to have my petunias, and there's no way I could do this and keep all that going at the same time. I think I might make one more bow just to see the difference in a different style of bow. I feel like I should have done 2 of these loops or made that loop a little bit bigger. We're going to do a different style too, like I said. I'm just going to have a couple options here. Or we could just call it a night and I could play around later and decide what I end up with. Do you hear a ticking? I hear a ticking. What is that? A printer or something. Sounds like somebody's typing on a keyboard. Debbie, you did a heart last year with cheap ribbon and the dovetails curled. Yeah, that happens with that cheap ribbon. Those dovetails just don't stay very nice. And then they start, ooh, now that's kind of cute. That'll look good. I just wish I would have made this longer. That loop a little bit longer. Let me cut these a little bit shorter. We're getting there. We are getting there, and we are going to wrap this up here in just a minute. I need to pull out my bow fluffing box. That thing really helps. I mean, I love that thing. Sometimes it's just hard to hold it in your hand and fluff everything out at the same time. Yes, I do. There is many times I have quietly walked those in. Oh. Amaryllis are the easiest flower to have. Are they? Is that a bulb? I know that sounds familiar. I just have to see what it looks like. I love the bulbs that come back every year. I just don't know if this bow is really doing it for me right now. I feel like we need to make another one. I mean, I do like it. It's not that I don't like it. I need to get my hook. Okay, here's option number one. You don't have anything to hide from. Well, you got your dog, right? He's like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you bringing? Oh, that is nice, Lori. My husband went in there one time and was very overwhelmed. He had no idea it was like that. That's good that he likes to shop. I always love it when I see men in there with their wife, and I'm just like, God bless you. Because they have nice stuff for men too. You know what? I just feel like I need to redo this bow. Oh, Donna, I'm sorry. But anyway, there's bow number one. We're going to do a different bow real quick. Just to see, okay? Just play around. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I just am not, I don't know why it's just not. I mean, I do like it. It's not that I don't like it. But let's just make one more just to see, okay? The difference. Let's try one more. And then if that one doesn't turn out, we're going to, you hide it from yourself, Debbie. That's a good one. That's how I feel with the receipts. I just, oh God, if I don't see them, then I didn't spend it, right? Until the end of the year when I got to bring all those receipts out. And then it's like, ooh, that was not a cheap year. Okay, let's do one more. Let me just do one more, a different kind of bow. And if that one doesn't turn out the way I want, we're going to use this one. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's not that I don't like it. This has to warm up a little bit more. I might have, nope. Is that, I'm going to switch. Let me just switch the batteries here. It was probably fine. It just probably didn't warm up enough. Okay. Let's do one more variation just for the fun of it. Let's try one with 3 loops and see what it looks like. Sorry, I get so picky with things that, like I said, I could just figure this out on my own and post it tomorrow, but I'm taking you all on the journey with me here. The struggle is real sometimes. Let's just try this variation and see what happens. I have those spools there to use, and it doesn't seem like I ever end up using it. This will be more like a whimsical one, and see what it looks like. The bow maker I have linked in my Amazon store. Aloha, Humphrey. And I absolutely love it. It is the Easy Bows Pro. And it just is a great bow maker. It's got the really long grid. And I know they have the regular Easy Bows, which isn't, this is more like the deluxe one. And I really love this bow maker. Because I like to see my measurements. And okay, we're gonna do one like this and just see what it looks like. Okay. And then we're going to wrap up this design. Yes, Debbie's got, well, he's probably not a kitty anymore, right, Debbie? Henry's getting big. I miss my cat too. We had her for, gosh, like 15 years. Mia. She was a sweetheart. Well, I take that back. She wasn't a sweetheart. She was not one of those lovey-dovey cats. It was on her terms. But she, you know, like every animal has their person, and she loved my middle son. he was her person. Oh my gosh. Me, she could have cared less. But I miss having a cat. I really do. You know, when the ribbon's not as like good quality ribbon, I usually don't like to dovetail it. I just do it at an angle. All right, or we can do something like this. So I'll let you guys decide what bow you like better. Let me get it all fluffed out and then we'll add it. So, I mean, it's decent ribbon. It's not the best. Let's just put it that way. And this is where that fluffing box comes in handy. Like if I had pulled that out right now, I'd have it hooked on the fluffing box and then I could really see what I'm doing a little bit better. All right, let's pull back out the wreath and then you guys tell me which one you like better. So we could do something like that. Let me get this out of the way. It just reminded me of a deck of cards. And this is where I need my little plastic embroidery needle because I could just thread this and go right through the frame here. So which one do you want me to use? This one, and then we could do like something in the middle, maybe this size. You see that? Or we can do this other one with like something like that in the middle. What do you think? Second bow? All right, Sheila, second bow it is. So we're going to add this bow, and then we're going to glue this in the middle. Let's glue this in the middle. Let's put the bow on first. Now, this is where I said I wish I had my embroidery needle, and I don't, so I'm going to try. It should be pretty easy to get it through here because I see that little wreath bar right there. Or I can make one like we did another live with the pipe cleaner. All right, let me make one with a little bit of floral wire. I don't know what happened to my little plastic embroidery needle, but I need to get another one. And we are almost done. I'm so happy that you guys came and joined me. And for all of you that found me for the first time, welcome, welcome. And if everyone, before we end, could just give this live a thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. And come join me again live for some more crafting fun. And look for my tutorials that drop every Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, I like the second one better too. I think that first one just wasn't doing it for me. I like the like whimsical looking bows. All right, so let me get this tied. If I can see what I'm doing, I can't even see with my glasses on here. See, if you don't have it, you just got to make it, right? My needle threader. And I'm just going right around the wreath bar with my cord. And let's do that one more time. All right, there we go. I'm going to tie it to the wreath bar. And we are going to wrap up this design. So yeah, I'm not sure what time I'll pop on live tomorrow. Depends on how my night goes. For those that have watched me a few times before, you know that I have severe insomnia. So it all depends on what kind of sleep I get. And that'll depend on when I decide to go live. So I will add like I'll try to schedule it, but if not, I'm just gonna pop on tomorrow at some point. And if you got your notifications turned on, you'll see it. But I'm probably gonna try to go live about noon or 1. And we'll unbox that together because I need the ribbon that's inside there for my tutorial on Sunday. So I have to get started on that. All right, I like that. I like that bow. There, we're getting there. Now we're just gonna add, the little embellishment in the middle, and we are done. Hey, Penny. Hello. Hello. I'm so glad you all came. And for those that are new, welcome. And I hope that you come back and join me again or join us again. And we are creating a community here at Hollie Hobbies. And I'll keep you posted when I start that group. So you can all come over there. If you're not following me on Facebook, I hope that you all could come over there and follow me on Facebook as well. And you'll get little sneak peeks of what's coming for the week with my tutorials. And all right, okay, I'm liking that now. Sometimes you just have to play around with things a little bit to get it how you want. All right, there we go. There's the finished wreath. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial or this live and it inspired you to make your ribbon wreath. And you can make these on any size wreath frames. You can do them on the heart wreath frame and your own ribbon combinations. They have chunky yarn and all the combinations. If you want to see what this looks like on the oval, I do have a tutorial that was for Easter. I can't remember if it was last season or the season before that. Obviously, I'm losing track of seasons. And you can kind of see like what it looks like on a different wreath form. So thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you at my next live. And you have a beautiful evening. And thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Bye.